So here we are on the Dicey's Mill Trail as we make our way up towards the Bowl Research Natural Area, which lies entirely within the Sandwich Range Wilderness. Within the White Mountains of New Hampshire and the mountain areas of New England in general, elevation above sea level is one of the important factors affecting the type of species and the size of trees that you'll find in the forest. And what we're going to do here is, as we gain elevation hiking along first the Dicey's Mill and then the Wiggins Trail, we will attempt to see how the size and species of the trees in the forest change. Right now we're at about 400 meters or 1,250 feet in elevation. And if you look around, you can see that predominantly we're dealing with sugar maples, yellow birch, beech, and there are spruce scattered about as well. But predominantly we're dealing with the hardwoods down here at this elevation. One of the things that makes the bowl unique in the area is the fact that it has never been logged. There's no record of any logging ever take place, and there's been minimal catastrophic events that could have destroyed any of the growth in the past. Good example of the bark on a yellow birch and the bark on a beech. The bark on the beech tree is smooth, and the bark on the yellow birch very rough and peeling. So here we are, the beginning of the Tom Wiggin Trail, and it's up along this trail that a lot of the research has been conducted in the Bowl Natural Area. And a little warning on the sign: not recommended, steep and loose. Here we are along the Wiggins Trail, and the Wiggins Trail provides the best access to the old growth forest in the Bowl Research Natural Area. Most of the area is inaccessible by trail and would require bushwhacking to get to it. When we talk about climax, old growth, or virgin forest, these terms are used in different ways. Oftentimes they refer to the same type of forest, and what we have in the bowl here is a stand that shows no evidence of ever having been logged and that has had minimal catastrophic events. This could be considered to be a virgin forest, and it also exhibits much of the characteristics of what would be a climax or old growth forest. And some studies that have been done have suggested that a northern hardwood forest that is approaching climax conditions, you'll find 65 to 70% of the basal area is going to consist of hardwood species. And I mean, as we can see here, this is pretty much all hardwood species. I see some beech, a smaller beech right here in front of us, and sugar maple, the yellow birch. Certainly seems to be the case here. This spot here that we're at is at about 600 meters in elevation, or just over 1,800 feet. And it is in this area that we are right in the thick of the northern hardwood forest, where the sugar maples, the beech, and the yellow birch dominate. In the absence of any logging or catastrophic occurrences, the northern hardwood forest will extend up to about 850 or 950 meters. And as we continue on up the Wiggins Trail, we'll be able to see how it converts and changes over from the northern hardwood into the more dominant softwood. And you can see that the forest isn't as dense. The canopy certainly is high. Most of the branches don't begin to branch out from the trunk of the tree 40 feet up. The ground cover here in the northern hardwood forest is quite interesting. We see an abundance of trout lilies, trilliums that are actually all blooming. What may be squirrel corn, which is a threatened species in New Hampshire, and it's quite different from some of the ground cover that we had seen earlier. And we also see some shrubs such as hobblebush as well.